Well, today's gonna be a really fun day because, well, it's International Dot Day. And so we're gonna make some art and it's gonna be about circles. So we're working with our librarian who's awesome, Miss Dottie. She's gonna be reading you the dot. And so you're all gonna hear that amazing story. And it's about sort of believing in yourself, in your creativity. So we're gonna sort of expand on that today when we make our art project. So the first thing I want you to do is make sure you have your white piece of paper. All right, you're gonna have your white piece of paper in front of you. You need a black marker or black crayon and then something to add color with. That's it. Isn't it cool that we can do so many fun art activities just with those materials? It teaches us to be creative with what we have. So make sure you have those things, and we're gonna get started. And we're gonna be working with circles today. Just like in my workout video, we worked with circles. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna be using circles in art. So we'll start with drawing some circles, but we're also gonna be including all of those things we did in the past couple projects. Line, remember line? Remember the workout video? Shape, okay, we're gonna add shapes, and we're gonna add patterns. So it's all gonna come together, and these are gonna be super duper amazing. You might even wanna drop them off to our fence gallery. All right, so the first step for this project is really simple. We're actually gonna start with a circle because with the dot project, it is all about circles. It's all about dots, which are in the shape of a circle. So we're gonna start with a circle. And then what I want you to do is make circles within circles within circles. And I'm gonna show you a really cool artist who did this and became very famous for it. His name was Wassily Kandinsky, and it's called concentric circles. When you make circles within a circle, within a circle, and we're gonna keep doing this. It actually looks like a target right now, doesn't it? Now, the cool thing about this art project is you don't have to make them the same width apart. You can make some far apart. You could make some close together. They don't have to look like perfect circles. They could even be an oval. Actually, I've even had students do this with other shapes. It is the dot project, so we're doing dots, but I never like to come down on someone for being extra creative. So you do it your way. You do you. Okay. All right, so I have circles within circles within circles, concentric circles. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add some patterns to our circles. We are all about patterns right now. So we did patterns with our names. We do patterns all the time because patterns in art make things look really interesting. So we've been doing so many patterns. I want to challenge you to use a different pattern, okay? We started our last one with pattern like repeating lines. All right, that's awesome. And when you put your color in there, you can make a pattern. But challenge yourself. What could you do to make this a little different? What if we do line, dot, line, dot, line, dot? Don't make me do that pattern video with you again. I'm making you work out. Because anything that repeats is going to create a pattern. So how can you make really cool patterns in your concentric circles? That's going to be up to you, okay? So I could do zigzags. I could do zigzag and then I could do line. I could do zigzag. Oop, I got to come all the way down. And then I could do line. And then, so, I mean, just explore. These projects are so cool because there's no wrong way to do them. And the best part is you're going to show a little your personality as you work. Okay, so my pattern got a little messed up because I only fit one line there. But hey, it's art. It's okay. It's okay. I'm still going with it and I'm still liking it. What if I did a curvy pattern all the way around? Woo! You could do that. You can go all the way around with one pattern. Anytime you repeat, you make a pattern. And what kind of circle is this? Concentric. Because there's circles within circles within circles. All right. Ooh, this is looking really cool. Actually, right now it reminds me of like an eyeball. So as we go, it's just going to get more and more intricate, which means really detailed. In the end, it's going to look like this was so hard to do because it's going to have so many lines and patterns. But you know the trick to this, it's really not that hard to do. It's just taking your time and thinking about, okay, what kind of pattern could I make? And remember that Zentangle sheet? That was a cool sheet because it had lots of patterns and they looked really hard, but you know the trick. It's not hard. It's just repeating. So right now I'm making, this is inspired by that. I just looked at that and I was like, oh, what if I made a leaf, right? So right now, if I only made one leaf, it would just be a leaf. But if I repeat it, then I'm making a pattern. Pattern of leaves going around. And remember, they don't have to be perfect. You know, no one's perfect. So as we do this, you make it your way. Have fun with it. This should be your time of the day that you get to have fun. You get to just relax and get into your right brain. Your right brain is your creative brain. And you just go with the flow. You're not having to look at a screen so much. You're working on your paper. And I'll just kind of guide you, but you do you. That's the cool thing. All right, so I'm not going to talk anymore. I'll put a little music on, and you just keep adding your patterns as you go around your circle. I'm going to do one more pattern, and sometimes kids are like, how do I make a checkerboard pattern? Well, those are cool and they're real easy to do. So I'm going to show you with this. So first thing I'm going to do is break it into squares. So I did one line across and one line across, and then all these lines going vertical. Now what you do is you color in, let's do bottom left, and then you go diagonal. Remember our workout video? Diagonal, diagonal. Okay, so now I'm gonna go diagonal. You'll never forget diagonal after that. Okay, and then I'm gonna go diagonal and color this one in. Are you ready? Diagonal, color that one in. Diagonal, color that one in. Okay, same. You do as much as you can. For this one, I'm going off the page, so I'm just kind of getting as much as I can. That is how you do a checkerboard. Super cool. Okay, I'm gonna keep going. You keep going. that's pattern. That's a concentric circle. That's using line. And that's being inspired by The Dot by Peter Reynolds, our wonderful story about believing in yourself. So finish up adding any detail, anything you want with the lines, any areas that you need to color black, if any. And then the next part of our project is, you guessed it, color! All right, so now it's color time. So I put the color wheel here because I always feel like having the color wheel is just a good resource, because you can look at what colors look really good together and what colors might make different effects. So let's take a look. Let's say you want to make it look like a rainbow, like tie-dye from like the inside to the outside. What you would want to do is you want to pick one of these colors and then go around the wheel. So I could start with yellow and then go orange, red, violet, blue, green, and I could go out from there. It would almost look like a crazy tie-dye, like really cool rainbow, right? Okay, so you could do that. Another thing you could do would be to use colors that are opposite each other on the color wheel within your work. So the reason you would do that is if you want your piece to be like super vibrant, stand out, and people just to like be really mesmerized by your work. So you could take, like inside here, you could take yellow, because yellow is a good place to start for being very bright and eye-catching in here. Okay. And then around it, if you look across from yellow, you could do purple, because purple is the opposite. And purple and yellow together end up making a really bright, bright contrast. So you don't even have to color the whole thing. Like right now I'm going to do one and then I'm going to skip one, because remember we're making patterns within our circles. So I can do one color and then skip a block, and then one color and skip a block. And so now I have the option, okay, what do I want to do next to my purple? If I really want it to be super eye-catching, I could do that purple, yellow, and have that in there. Okay, if I want it to be more muted and just sort of blend into each other, I could use something next to that purple. So I could do purple and blues together. Okay, let's try that. The cool thing is there's no wrong way, there's no right way. You get to explore with colors and use them the way you want to. So you've got lots of choices. So the best thing to do is just in your art box, make sure you have the color wheel of colors. So if you have a box of crayons from anywhere, it could be the dollar store, it could be anywhere, you're gonna have these colors and you'll have the color wheel. Okay, so here I go. I'm gonna go out from here. I'm gonna keep adding my color. You add your color. We'll meet up at the end and we'll share, and it's gonna be so exciting. patterns and use lines, all to celebrate International Dot Day. So there's mine, and I can't wait to see what you make. Make sure you share them with me or bring them to the school for our art drop-off bin. I cannot wait to add them to our fence gallery. All right, everybody, have a great rest of your day.